Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're talking about something huge, something that's on almost every young Nigerian's mind, Japa. The dream of leaving Nigeria for greener pastures. We see the pictures, right? The beautiful cities, the snow, the seemingly perfect lives. It looks like the ultimate solution, the escape from all our problems here at home. But what if I told you that the picture you're seeing is only half the story? Today, we're going to pull back the curtain and talk about the dark truth of Japa that nobody seems to be warning you about. Before we dive in, let me be clear. This isn't to discourage anyone's dream. Moving abroad can be an amazing, life-changing experience. But it's crucial to go in with your eyes wide open, fully prepared for the realities, not just the fantasy you see on Instagram. The decision to Japa is one of the biggest you'll ever make. And you deserve the full, unfiltered truth. So, grab your drink, get comfortable, and let's get real. First, let's talk about the money. The financial cost of Japa is no joke, and it goes way beyond just the flight ticket. We're talking about visa application fees, which can run into hundreds of thousands of naira, sometimes millions, depending on the country and the route. Then there's the proof of funds, a massive sum of money you have to show in your account. For many, this means selling land, cars, or taking on huge loans from family and friends. This creates immense pressure. You're not just leaving, you're often leaving with a heavy financial debt, a burden that follows you to your new country. And once you land, the expenses don't stop. You'll need to pay for accommodation, often requiring a deposit and the first month's rent upfront. This can be thousands of pounds, dollars, or euros. Then there's transportation, food, setting up utilities, and 1,000 other little things that add up incredibly fast. That initial money you brought, that proof of funds, can vanish in the blink of an eye before you even secure your first paycheck. Many people arrive and are shocked by how quickly their savings disappear, leading to a state of panic and desperation right from the start. Now, let's talk about the job market. The idea that you'll land a high-paying white-collar job that matches your qualifications right away is, for most people, a myth. Many countries don't immediately recognize Nigerian qualifications. This means your degree and years of experience might not count for much initially. You might have to go back to school, get recertified, or write expensive professional exams, all while trying to survive. This is a humbling and often frustrating process. The reality for many highly skilled professionals, engineers, doctors, lawyers is that they have to start from the bottom. You'll hear stories of people with master's degrees working in warehouses, driving for ride-sharing services, or working in care homes. There is absolutely no shame in this work. Honest work is noble. But the mental toll of going from a respected professional back home to a blue-collar worker abroad, just to make ends meet, is something people rarely talk about. It can be a massive blow to your self-esteem and identity. This brings me to my next point, the loneliness. This is perhaps the biggest and most painful shock for many. In Nigeria, we are surrounded by community. Family, friends, neighbors, there's always someone around. You leave all of that behind. You land in a new country where you might not know a single soul. The culture is different, the social cues are different, and making genuine friends as an adult is incredibly difficult. You'll miss the small things, the easy banter, the shared cultural jokes, the Sunday rice, the noisy family gatherings. You'll find yourself sitting in your apartment on a Friday night, scrolling through pictures of your friends hanging out back home, and a wave of isolation will hit you like a truck. This loneliness is profound. It's a deep, aching void that can lead to serious mental health challenges like depression and anxiety. You're physically present in a new world, but your heart and mind are thousands of miles away. And let's be honest about mental health. The pressure to succeed, the financial stress, the loneliness, and the potential culture shock create a perfect storm for mental health crises. But there's a stigma. You're supposed to be living the dream. How can you complain? You're one of the lucky ones who made it out. So, many people suffer in silence. They don't want to worry their families back home or appear like a failure to their friends. Accessing mental health support in a new country can also be daunting. You have to navigate a new healthcare system, and the cultural understanding of mental health might be completely different. It's vital to know that it's okay not to be okay. If you're struggling, please reach out. There are resources available, and talking to someone can make all the difference. Your mental well-being is just as important as your financial success. Another harsh reality is the subtle, and sometimes not so subtle, racism and discrimination. You might be the only black person in your workplace or your neighborhood. You might face microaggressions, be overlooked for promotions, or be treated differently because of your accent or the color of your skin. It's exhausting to constantly have to prove yourself, to work twice as hard to get half the recognition. It adds a layer of stress that you don't have to deal with in the same way back home. It wears you down over time and can make you feel like a perpetual outsider, no matter how long you've lived there. Then there's the loss of your support system. When life happens, and it always does, you're on your own. When you're sick, there's no mother to make you pepper soup. When you have a bad day, you can't just drop by your best friend's house to vent. When a major family event happens back home, a wedding, birth, or even a funeral, you're likely to miss it. You watch your parents get older through a screen. You become an uncle or aunt to nieces and nephews you've never held. This distance creates a unique kind of pain, a guilt that you're missing out on the lives of the people you love the most. So, after hearing all this, is Japa a mistake? Absolutely not. For many, it's still the right choice. The goal of this video isn't to scare you, but to prepare you. It's to give you a balanced perspective. If you are considering moving abroad, do it with a plan. A real one. Research everything. Understand the cost of living, the job market for your specific field, and the process for getting your credentials recognized. Save more money than you think you'll need. Have a backup plan, and then a backup for your backup plan. Mentally prepare yourself for the challenges. Understand that it will be hard, that you will be lonely, and that you will question your decision many times. Build a virtual support network before you even leave. Connect with Nigerians who are already in the city you're moving to. Join online groups. And most importantly, define what success means to you. Is it just about money? Or is it about peace of mind, happiness, and community? Don't get so caught up in the Japa trend that you lose sight of what truly matters. Sometimes, the greenest pasture is the one you water yourself. For some, that might mean building a great life right here in Nigeria. For others, it will mean facing the challenges abroad to build a new future. There is no one-size-fits-all answer. My hope is that this conversation helps you make a more informed, realistic, and conscious decision. It's your life, and you have the power to design it, whether it's in Lagos, London, Toronto, or Texas. Just do it with your eyes wide open. Thank you so much for watching. I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences in the comments. Are you abroad? Are you planning to Japa? What's your take on all this? Let's have a real conversation. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next one. Stay safe and stay informed. See you in the next video.